Good evening, members of Gor Mahia Football Club, and all those who may be concerned with matters football locally and in generally. My name is Ambrose Rachier, and I am this evening accompanied by the Secretary General of the club, Mr. Sam Ochola Kwenda, and the member of the Executive Committee, Mr. Gerfas Okuku Ogola. We have seen it fit to be able to make certain statements, first for the general information of the members, and secondly, to set certain records straight, particularly regarding the much talked about forthcoming elections in Gor Mahia Football Club. And lastly, of course, it will be necessary to provide certain vital information regarding matters of planning and the programs, football between now and the end of the year. The first thing I want to talk about is the current constitution that we have that governs Gor Mahia Football Club. This constitution was adopted by the members in 2019 and is popularly known as the GMF Constitution 2019. It was lodged with the sports registrar on the 7th July 2020, and I will be citing certain vital articles that should be able to lay to rest many questions that are being asked regarding the management of the club. I first of all want to talk about the membership and what the constitution of the club says about membership. And this is Article 5, Roman 6, that it is the executive committee that shall come up with the membership drive. The executive committee speaks either through the Secretary General or the chairman. So it should be noted that any communication regarding the membership drive should come from either the Secretary General or the chairman of the club. In this regard, I would want to make it clear that there have been two pay bill numbers, or rather the pay bill numbers that have been given regarding the registration of membership. And as I said, the membership drive is the matter that has to be dealt with by the executive committee. We will henceforth be using the pay bill number 972-900, whose proceeds will be directly channeled to the Bank of Africa, and the account number will be displayed, but I will mention it now: 01014080008. Since it's a very long, lengthy number, what we will do is to make sure that in our other media, social media, and others, we'll be able to set this out so that you pay into a pay bill number and record that as the account. The money will automatically get into our bank account. You may want to ask what will happen to 350-100. It is important to note that 350-100 lawfully belongs to the club, having been established sometime in 2015 to enable us to raise funds when we did not have sponsors. Those who have registered through this will still be recognized as members of the club. I repeat, those who may have used 350-100 will be recognized as either renewed members, or if you are registering for the first time, your registration is valid provided you have paid Kenya shillings 1,200, which is the amount of renewal or registration as a member. But I will now request those who want to renew their membership or to register as new members to please use the pay bill number 972-900. It is important to emphasize that we recognize even those who have already registered through 350-100. And the payments will be transferred to the Bank of Africa account. The next thing that I want to talk about is the much talked about club elections. The last club elections were held on 8th of August 2020, and there has been an impression that we must hold elections again before 8th of August. It doesn't operate in that way. It talks about elections being held every 4 years. It does not talk about days or hours or minutes. The Constitution, Article 11 of the Gor Mahia Constitution 2019, provides that the election shall be held every 4 years with the re-election for one term only. This means that you can only serve for a total of 8 years under this new constitution. Prior to this new constitution, there were no term limits. This constitution was adopted in order to comply with the Sports Act 2013. And this constitution became effective when we filed it with the sports registrar on, as I said, on 7th July 2020. It means that those who are elected under this constitution in 2020 have, as of this month, served the first term and are all eligible to serve the second term at the elections to be held, as I will later on explain. So, a candidate who intends to run will be able to get to file their, first of all, to be nominated. And to be nominated, you will have a nomination, your endorsement, by at least a minimum of 20 branches, registered branches. The branches must themselves be paid up. If the branch is not paid up, it will not have the legitimacy to propose a candidate. That is an important fact. The annual general meeting of the club is the governing authority. This is under Article 16 of the Constitution, 2019 Constitution, that annual general meeting is the governing authority. It is really the determining body that makes policies, makes resolutions that govern apart from the Constitution, that govern the management of the club, and they are supposed to be held yearly. The AGM is to be convened by the Secretary General with a 21-day notice to the members, and only the registered members have the ability to attend, are the ones who are eligible to attend the annual general meetings. It is important to note that one of the important agenda in the AGM are club elections, or is club elections. I therefore want to talk about the club elections. As I said, from the Constitution, they should be done every 4 years. And Article 18 of our Constitution provides for the establishment of an electoral board. The Constitution says that such a board should be constituted by the Board of Trustees. So far, we have not been able to set up a Board of Trustees, and therefore, upon a proper construction of the Constitution, the EC will propose an electoral board, and this proposal will be submitted to the annual general election for approval. I repeat, the EC will propose a board as an institution like IEBC, if one already exists. We all know that at the moment Kenya still does not have an established, while an institution called IEBC exists, the membership has not been settled, and therefore there are going to be challenges about whether you should use an IEBC or any other body to carry out our election. Now, the electoral date will be set by the board. That board, duly constituted, will set the election date. They will then they will invite candidates with appropriate guidelines, and then they will also organize and conduct elections. As a matter of important policy, and under the Constitution's official communications, I want to repeat, official communications will come only from either the Secretary General or the chairman of the club. That's an important piece of information, and I'm saying it deliberately because members, and I'm talking about genuine members of the club, are being treated currently to all kinds of information, threats, and all these kind of things on behalf of the club. So please, while there's the freedom of speech and all that thing, please note that for us, official communication will come either from the Secretary General or from myself as the chairperson of the club. Having said that, matters that are general, it is important that I talk about important briefs or information regarding the club, not necessarily touching on the election of the annual general meeting. Members, please note that the Charity Shield Cup, which normally precedes the commencement of the league, and that is going to be played between Gor Mahia Football Club as league champions, and Police FC as Mozart champions, will be on 11th August 2024 at Ulinzi Sports Complex. Ordinarily, we will be able to give time, but we expect this to take place at 3 o'clock, but we will be able to provide further information. The CAF, Confederation of African Football Champions League campaign will, the first leg between Gor Mahia Football Club and El Merreikh Bentiu of South Sudan will be held in Juba on 18th August 2024, and the return leg date will be announced in due course or shortly after the first leg. the training by our players, the club, has resumed today in the morning after we received apologies from the players concerned in the go-slow that started last week on Saturday. However, it's important to let members concerned know that investigations into the go-slow are still ongoing among the players, the technical bench, the management, and any other person who may have been behind the go-slow, and appropriate action will be taken accordingly. Lastly, it's our pleasure to say that we shall in due course unveil our newly recruited players on a day to be specified. Thank you very much.